Okay. Can you hear us now? Yeah, now you can hear us. I got to get that psychic back here, Kulita. I really do. I don't know. He did it. He didn't even. I don't think he did it right. Weird things are still happening, not just to me, all over the world. I hope you're safe and ensconced wherever you need to be. I hope you're protesting if you choose to do so safely and effectively. The video we put up yesterday of policemen and protesters kneeling and hugging and expressing their common outrage at what happened to Mr. Floyd last week. This is not the America that I'm used to, and I hope that we can get back to it sooner than later. I think the only way we could do that is by banding together and realizing that what brings us together is greater than what pulls us apart, or who pulls us apart. But, those deep dives into what's happening in the world, there's a place for them. I'm not so sure that Cartoon Blue Bear coming to you live from the woods is the place. So we're just going to try and have some fun. Lighten your load a little bit after another long day here. It's Tuesday, June 2nd. Can you believe half the year's almost over already? Oh, my gosh. It's crazy, isn't it, Kulita?
It's crazy.
She's still pissed at me. Yeah.
Read the chats.
I'm reading the chats. I'm looking at the chats. Let's see who we got here today. We got Senator Feldman's in the room. Yeah, I would like to go to the space station. I think, there should be a bear in space. There's been people, there's been Russians even. How can we put a Russian in space before we put an American bear? That's BS if you ask me. Daniel Miller's here, the mayor of Crazy Town up in Canada. Good to have you with us here, Daniel. Who else is here? Yeah, that's much better. Adrian Foley's here. Michael Riley, all the way from Chicago, is here. So, again, I hope all of you are doing okay, that you're safe and you're sound and you're good. Normally, we open up the phone lines on a Thursday, but we may do that later on in the show today just to check in with people and have some fun, hopefully. So like I was saying, we just try and have fun here. I know there's a lot of crazy shit happening, and I don't mean to minimize it, but, what can a cartoon bear say or do to make things better other than doing what I do, which is delivering hilarity for free on your phone or computer. I don't ask for anything. Don't ask for much. Not out there begging for money. Not telling you got to subscribe, but you should subscribe for free to the YouTube page. So we're just here to have some fun. Brian Plato is here. Yeah, see, we all that stuff. Let's focus on the good stuff. How about that launch over the weekend, right? American astronauts in space. If you watch my Instagram, you know that I want to be the next American in space and the first bear in space, and I think it's only fair that I would be. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. We got to get Bob and Doug back.
I'd like to send you to space.
Would you, Kulita?
I would.
Yeah.
I would send you.
And then what would you do?
Take over the show.
Oh, please. I don't think people are not ready to have a bird running a program like this. You're like I said, birds are sidekicks. Roadrunner was the coyote's sidekick. Tweety is Sylvester's sidekick. It's dogma. Cartoon dogma. But it's good to have you here producing. So, as we do every day, it's time to start the show with, what are we starting the show? Oh, of course, one of my favorite segments, Dope of the Day. Yes, Dope of the Day. We try and find the weirdest, goofiest people out there today, and I think this is no exception. This video came to us, and I don't really think it needs a setup. It's yeah, it doesn't need a setup. It needs that. That's what it needs. Now we know we're talking about Dope of the Day. And who's the Dope of the Day today? It's this guy.
Okay? Well, check.
This is real video.
Oh my God.
Now, how bored
Okay.
or stupid do you have to be to do this? The guy's got his finger in the light socket. He puts the bulb up his ass, and then he gets his wife to help him.
Wait.
Yeah. How about that? How about that? That is hilarious. You can't beat that for comedy. I think we should watch it again. Where the hell is it? If I could find it, I would play it again. But I can't find it, so I'm just gonna go back to this here. And then
Okay. Well, check.
Oh my God.
OK? C'est bon? B. Viens partir l'interrupteur.
my question is, how did this guy figure out that he could do this? And why does she aid and abet him? He's got the light bulb up his ass and his finger in the light socket, and it lights up. That's a dope.
Not creativity?
No,
Under captivity?
no, that's not creative. That's just a dope. He's got a light bulb up his ass.
What was that? Are we getting a call? What's going on?
No, we're not getting a call. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, the Bob and Doug, the McKenzie brothers, those are the guys that they shot into space. I'm just so discombobulated with all that's happening. It's just trying to press on. And, of course, creativity is always nice to have.
OK? Well, check.
I just don't know. Some days I just don't know. I'm at a loss.
I'm gonna fly into the screen.
Yeah, you should. Wait a minute. All right, so another thing we like to do is creativity in captivity. People that have been locked down for so long, they go nuts and they just start doing crazy things.
I can think of one or two.
Yeah, I know you can. This one I thought was very creative because art is a very creative thing. This is the official President Trump coloring book. Now, creativity. How about that for creativity? It's a coloring book for fans of President Trump.
Ew.
Of course, the only color you can use is white. Yeah.
You can't get political.
I wasn't political. That's just balls out funny is what that was. And true, sadly. So that's our dope of the day and our creativity in captivity. So much is happening. I'm thankful that you all showed up to watch the show today. Red Carpet Movers from Texas. How's it going, Red Carpet Movers? We got movers watching the program. They're real movers and shakers down there in Texas, one of my favorite states in the Union. Easily the greatest guitar player ever to walk the earth. Stevie Ray Vaughan from Texas. Great guitar player. Those of you that don't know Stevie Ray Vaughan, because he's been dead since 1990, he died in a horrible helicopter crash. Check him out. Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was a badass on the guitar. I enjoy listening to him all the time. Who else we got? Brian Freitz is in the room. Michael Riley, Pat Maish is here. Play-Doh, the Texas Movers. All right. Encore. It's a long time ago, Red Texas people. But good to have you here on the program. I thought maybe we would take some phone calls from you folks. If you feel like chiming in and talking on the show, we can do that. The number is 323-9000-911. That's 323-9000-911. If you feel like calling and talking, we can do that. There's so much unrest. We weren't sure if we were even going to do a show today. But you know what? If I don't do a show, the virus wins. And the craziness wins.
Maybe we should talk about how people are helping.
That's a great idea. Yeah, if you know of someone that's been helping, protesting, helping bring people together, that's really what we're interested in. Very easy to divide people.
Talk about the teacher. who listed a bunch of books for kids that teach them about racism and teach them about community and social issues.
Well, we shouldn't be teaching kids about racism. We should teach them that
How to
racism
avoid
is
it.
bad. We don't need to be teaching kids how to be racist. Is that what you're saying? It's ridiculous.
You're making me molt.
Molt. 323-9000-911 is the phone number if you'd like to check in. It's a rough time in America, and we all have to band. I feel like I keep repeating the same stuff, but it's really all that we have to say, you know. I'm glad that you all are here watching our program today. There are some people out there helping. A man in New York today opened his house, his apartment, to 70 strangers, 70 protesters who were out protesting peacefully. They were hungry and cold, I guess, and he opened his apartment and let 70 people, strangers, come into his house. These are the stories that you don't hear necessarily on the news because they're not violent or abrasive, but they speak to really what the country is about and the people in this country, which really, when you get down to it, that's all that this country is. It's the people in it. And when the people in it pull together, things go well. And when we are driven apart by people with agendas that are selfish or ignorant or hate-filled, that's not America. That's not what we stand for. That's not what we aspire to be. Is this country perfect? Hell no. There's no bears in space. There's injustice everywhere. But I really believe that there are more people with goodness in their hearts than there are assholes. There are plenty of assholes. We just saw one with a light bulb in it. But there are other people in this country that don't want it to be happy or smooth because they make money from the friction, and they make money from the tension, and they make money from the hate and the discord. Me personally, I hope they choke on that money. It's a lot easier to make money from that than it is from being nice and helpful, like this man was that let 70 people into his home, or this teacher who is distributing books about racism, teaching little kids how bad racism is and why it's wrong. So that's what we're up against. Everyone's got to make the little fight all to themselves. That dog doesn't care. That dog will bark at anybody. Black, white, green, doesn't matter. He's just saying, hello, I'm a dog. Yeah, I heard you. People are gathering food. Groceries, food pantries are overflowing. People want to help. I think everything that we're watching on television and on our news channels is so disconcerting and so upsetting to people. They're just trying to figure out ways to help. Sanford Middle School has collected all kinds of food, a parking lot filled with food that they're giving away to people that have been displaced or put out of work by the coronavirus. You just come by and you pick up the food. That's people helping people, and that makes it, it fills my heart with love and happiness. And love and happiness plus $10 can get you half of a movie ticket these days. Right, Colita?
Right.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
Some big blue and 150 pounds. I don't know. I can't tell pounds.
150 pounds, I wish.
250.
I haven't been 150 pounds since I was a cub. Again, if you want to talk, the number is 323-9000-911. I don't believe that, I understand why if you don't want to talk. I don't particularly feel like talking either. But we got a lot of fun shows coming up in the next week or so. On Friday, I'm going to be a guest on Katie Chin's cooking show. Thursday, we have a Talkback Thursdays. We'll be taking phone calls all day. We talked to a guy last week, Raleigh Williams, who was raising money to build a time machine. Yeah, a time machine.
You didn't tell me this. You know I love time.
Well, he's a nut job. You think he's going to raise
Time travel is my favorite subject, and you didn't tell me this?
Says the parrot. Well, he's raising money to build a time machine. To be honest with you, I don't think it's possible. But he texted me today and says he has a working version of a time machine, and he's going to come on the program and talk to someone from the past or the future. I don't know. We'll find out when Raleigh Williams comes back. He can't come back today, but possibly later in the week, and definitely by next week, the time machine will be ready to work. God knows what it is. But you know what? If it's true, I'll be thrilled.
I want to talk to Tesla.
Okay, we'll see if Tesla's available. Again, Kulita, I don't want to get your hopes up. It's a time machine, and I'm not so sure that that's even possible. But if it is, you'll be the first one that gets to talk to him, okay? Brian wants to know how to spell Kulita. It's Kulitta. Kulita.
TTA?
TTA. Isn't that how you spell it? What does it say on your driver's license?
Carmen.
Carmen. Is that your actual? What is Kulita? Is that your last name?
No, that's what you called me because you said I looked like the Kula watermelon.
Okay. All right.
That's your cute nickname for me.
Yeah, okay, Kulita. Boy, this show is one for the time capsule, huh? Yeah, 150 pounds. Yeah, she can't tell weight. Dave Buzz, half of your belly weighs 150 pounds, Dave Buzz. 323 900 0911. Yes, Brian. It's all. I just like saying 911. 9,000 911. I'm your emergency bear. I keep losing my place too. It's hard for me to focus and think right now because
We shouldn't be doing a show during these times.
I know we shouldn't. I know.
Plus, isn't today Black Tuesday? We're not supposed to work.
Why is Black? What is Black Tuesday? What?
Today, we are going to be quiet and reflect on how we can help the Black community.
Well, this is how I'm trying to help every community by bringing all this comedy.
It's not working.
I know. You know what? Listen, they can't all be good shows, people. I mean, we've had some good times. We've done some funny shit on this show. Today, I don't feel that funny. What do you want me to tell you?
Then let's talk about what's going on.
You know what? What are we going to say? It's horrific. It's un-American. It's awful that these people are using these peaceful protests as an excuse to loot and riot and spit on police officers and things like that. Are there bad cops?
They're diluting the message.
They are diluting the message, right?
But this is what it takes to make a change in a flawed system.
That's right. That's what I'm saying, Kulita. Are there bad cops? Absolutely there are bad cops. But the overwhelming majority of them are good. I have many friends that are cops and Secret Service people and FBI people. And to a person, they got into this business to help people. You know, and to come on to chicks. All you got to do is tell a girl in a bar that you work for the FBI or the Secret Service. Gadoosh. But, you know, that's fine. That's why I got into show business. But ultimately, their goal is to help people live better lives. And just like anything, there are bad apples.
Takes one bad apple.
That's right. They're bad. I mean, there are assholes in show business.
But systematically, in this country, African American, Black people in Black communities, they're all being seen as less than.
You're right.
And the message is they want to be seen as equals and not treated badly by society, by the cops. Stop murdering the Black community.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement there, Kulita. That's what we're saying. And it had to be said. I'm not so sure that this is the right forum for it, but why not? You know, it's a good message. Probably the saddest thing that has happened today is we haven't heard from Juan Carranza. Normally, he's right. Normally, we start the show at 6 o'clock, and right about 6:20, Juan Carranza jumps in, and we haven't heard from him. And quite frankly, we're afraid. I hope he's okay. Juan.
Where Juan?
Where Juan? Where Juan? Juan, if you're around, check in. Worried about Juan Carranza.
It's kind of like, where's Waldo? Where's Juan?
Where's Juan? Well, we know he's always late. I think we should take up a collection, start a GoFundMe page, and get him a watch. Set it so it goes off every day at 6 o'clock so he doesn't miss the show. Yeah, people are buying into your message, Cooley. And it's not your message, it's the world's message. You know? There are, 10% of the world are jerks and jagoffs. And the key is to avoid them.
And hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable, which is hopefully what will happen in the aftermath of all this craziness. In the meantime, we'll be here pretty much every day trying to lighten your load. You know, originally we started this show because of all the BS with the lockdown and the quarantine and the COVID-19, a way to cheer people up during the day. Much easier to make fun of a virus than this kind of systemic problem in society, though, because, you know, you can flip off a virus, but we got bigger problems than that right now. How about that? If I told you 2 weeks ago we'd have bigger problems than the lockdown, you'd think I was crazy, which I may be, but yeah. Well, so we got the game show on Friday, big shot. We got a super special guest tomorrow. It's going to be a big surprise. I'm not going to say. And
It's a surprise to me.
yeah, it's always a surprise to you, Kulita. And I keep looking at everyone here in the all the notes in the chat pack. It's Kulita, 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 Kulita. Everyone wants to see Kulita. I don't know what you're paying them. Fine. I'll tell you what. Maybe we just need to break things up a little bit. I will consider putting you on the show tomorrow. Tomorrow, not today. I can't do it if Juan Carranza's not here. If Juan Carranza isn't in the chat room spitting back silly stuff, I can't. He would kill himself if he knew that he missed your premiere.
And Brian and Pat.
Well, they're all here, except Juan Carranza. So, if I'm in a good mood tomorrow, that's what we'll do. We'll meet Kulita on screen and we'll talk to her. Oh, that's interesting. Martha Washington would have turned 289 years old today. And yes, that was her nickname. The father of our country called his wife Kulita, which is...
He did not.
He did. This is why, yeah, that's why that was my nickname for you, Kulita. It was a callback, as we say in the comedy business, to the first lady of our country. Yeah, it was Martha Kulita Washington was her name. Yes, look it up. Google it. That's what it was. That's what it was. Kulita. It's kind of like Kool-Aid, except without breaking through the wall.
Because I'm cool.
Yeah, you are. So, we'll have a better show tomorrow.
Are you sure?
I'm going to try. I just, it pains my heart to see what's happening in our country, and hopefully things will get better. I don't know how much worse.
Maybe the chat pack has some ideas of how we can help.
I'm not so sure things will get any worse. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I hear you there, Mike. So, until tomorrow, when we are going to have Kulita, we'll have a special guest. We got Talkback Thursday. We got the game show on Friday. We got some big guests coming up next week. A lot of things happening in Bafo land here. A lot of things behind the scenes that we'll put in the seeds to delight you, our loyal viewers here on Bafo and the chat pack. But until tomorrow, I'm Bafo the Bear, and you know what? You got to love each other. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
You're supposed to press the credits. When I say that, you're supposed to start the credits. Oh, you're supposed to start the credits when I... God, come on! Start the credits! Oh, we're not going to have any credits. I don't know how these people are going to know if the show's over.
No credits for you.
No. Normally, the way the show ends is